This is episode 241. Mike was muted. What's up, everybody? I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I got a good one today. I- even if I wanted to, I can't be like any other podcast. I have to be like myself. Before I get through all that, I want to say this is the Lenny Reed Pod, the podcast about, life experiences, the good, the bad, and the crazy. All right. Crazy is, crazy does. That's what I do. It is what it is. I'm your host, Lenny Reed. And this podcast, particularly this episode, is powered by IamLennyReed.com. Go over there, check it out. That is the epicenter of everything that I do. And, I don't do that much, but it's enough. All right. I got something in the red cup. A little something, and my MacBook is breathing real hard. I don't know why it's doing this. Why is it breathing so hard? Yeah. But anyway, what is the topic today? What is the topic today? All right. I am a look, before I get started, I consider myself as a futurist, self-proclaimed futurist. And you might ask, what is a futurist? It's just that when my mind wanders in different situations in life, I can tell what the future of things will turn out to be. I can tell what the future of your relationship is going to turn out to be. I can tell what the future of your lifestyle, if you're going to jail or not. I can just tell. It's like I'm a psychic. I can tell, right? So, but it's mainly on industry, science, civilizations, um, you know, deep space, all of that stuff. That's the shit that I love. Now, one thing that I've been fighting with since I was a kid, it was talking about the higher power, Jesus, God. Even though, my mom's, she made sure she tried to take us to church throughout the years and tried to keep us on a straight and narrow when it came to religion. It was always something that was somehow, I won't say triggering, I would just say it was something missing. Because the church that I used to go to, the pastor was talk about dreams that they had, or people that came into their vision, or the people they was talking about, or somebody that passed away and they was talking to. So I really didn't get nothing from that. I had to search out on my own, but I was always a curious kid. And one thing I gotta say, when people got kids that just be in their room all day, um, you can have three kids, and you would notice one that's sort of to themselves. You notice one that's just out there, like just want to be a part of everything. And then you probably have one in the middle. And I think when you get these kind of kids, you can sort of tell which road each one is going down. Do your room. When you gotta, beg a grown kid to take a shower, you know what I'm saying? Like, get in the shower. The last time you took a shower was a week ago. I mean, when I was young, I just wanted to stay fresh. I wanted to have fresh smell. But when you're telling your kids, you got to force them to take a shower because their rooms smell like corn chips. That's something different. But anyway, I'm getting all off topic here. So let's reveal today's show. Yes. Is God from a type 5 civilization? Now, you're probably thinking, what the hell is this dude talking about? But we about to get into it. But before then, I don't want the dry sound of my laptop making a humming sound because I don't know, it can't breathe or some shit like that. So, where's that music at? Right there? Is this it? Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but let's ride with it. Okay. Like I said, the topic is God from a type 5 civilization? Now, I don't know if you ever heard of the Kardashev scale. It was devised by a scientist named Nikolai Kardashev. And he came up with 3 ways of source of energy that a future civilization would have to consume to get to a certain level. Okay. So let's break it down like this. A type 1 civilization, right? A type 1 civilization will harness and utilize basically all the energy on their planet. So you will be able to control weather. You won't have to run from shit no more. Everything will sort of be, you know, I guess in the realm of possibility when it comes to just getting the maximum energy out of your planet. That's a type one. Um, Engineering and terraforming, like you don't have to worry about nothing. So when it comes to just basic global warming or something like that, or you can probably even turn deserts into lush forests and shit like that. So you can bring back Egypt to its original state. You understand? So you terraforming it, you have total control, puppet master control of the earth. Now, also, you will be able to travel within your solar system. In our situation, we would be able to go to Mars and we would terraform Mars. Mars would be probably a place where we would go, have a nice little cookout, stay for a couple hours, and zip back to catch, to get to work and shit like that. The moon would just be another vacation, just like some people go to Iceland because it's cold. Some people will zip to the moon. And different moons around Saturn or Jupiter. It'll just our solar system will be our playground when it comes to type 1 civilization. Okay. And as far as manipulating the planet, health will be better. We will have all kind of technologies that I can't even envision right now. So even if you see the scale, how we went from no planes until like 100 years or so until, now we all over the place. That's probably the best way to travel. So, and how in my early years, we didn't have a cell phone. I mean, we was texting through, what's that? Like the beeper form, or we would go to a payphone. Like some kids, my kids would never know what a payphone is. Definitely my youngest daughter, she would never know what a payphone is. You know, everything just seemed to be so convenient for my kids, which is cool because I'm guessing if you say, my parents' life compared to my life, the convenience kept going higher and higher. So imagine my kids, that convenience. Now, eventually, jobs will be a thing of the past. Making money for your time will be a thing of the past. It would be other ways to sort of like push your time and get other things. I don't know. I just can't imagine how just a whole world without working, right? How would that be like? Because you would think about, and if you ever you see like futuristic movies, right? Where everybody clothes mainly don't have no color to them. They sort of got that Kanye West kind of look. You know how his clothes look? Everything's sort of like a bland color and there's no pop and zam to it. I think because individual capitalism will be out. Let me explain. Individual capitalism will be to the point now, if the money scale is gone, if jobs are gone, the money scale is gone, right? So the point of impressing people is gone. You are wearing clothes to be comfortable. It's no more color, it's more of feel. Even with cars, eventually all cars will be driving themselves, and you will be looked down upon if you are still driving your car. Shit, it probably even be illegal to actually get behind a wheel and physically drive your car at this point. If I'm not mistaken, just to get to Kardashev scale type 1, which I'm talking about here, where you can, you know, transform your planet and all the planets in your solar system, um, that would take possibly a couple hundred years from now. So, can you imagine the technologies that it will be a couple hundred years from now? Now let's step to my favorite. Even though the scale of this goes to a whole nother level, but my favorite will be a type 2. A type 2 civilization, baby. You will be able to harness the power, the energy of your star, which is your sun. So, now the crazy thing is, I know y'all heard of this before. This is called right here. This is called a Dyson sphere. So let me bring it back here. Okay. Now, just say this is the moon right here, right to the left of this image, right? This is the moon. Okay. A Dyson sphere is this device or enclosure that's around our sun. So now to get a type 2, we are talking about 100 to a million years, depending on our situation, but depending on how long it takes. That's how long we are seeing the calculations far as when we would get to this type of civilization. Everybody watching this will be long gone, long gone. You know what I'm saying? So don't even think about trying to. So in this situation, people, if you've never seen a Dyson sphere, you are wondering what's going on here. So I guess in 100,000 years from now, I don't think it'll be humans, but if humans are still here on this planet, the energy rate to capture the energy and the hydrogen that's pushing off this globe of heat right here, you are capturing all of this energy. So energy consumption like this will probably be trillions of times of what we have now, right? Trillions, you hear me? So this power, you'll be able to control, like I said, you would develop serious amounts of energy. You will be able to travel anywhere in the universe. You'll be very powerful as a civilization at this point. Now, we are talking about wormholes. We are talking about zipping through space. We are talking about warp drive. Even the warp drive might come in type 3. So, developing technologies allowing for stellar travel and communication, instant communication. If you are at Alpha Centauri, that's another star system, which is about four light years away. In today's time, and with the technology we have and the movement of the objects we have for our satellites and spacecraft, it would take about 30,000 years for us to get to Alpha Centauri. Okay. And utilizing the vast amounts of energy for various purposes, including sustainable large-scale civilizations and structures. Now, the thing about this is the structures, like when you at this level, when you can harness this much energy, you don't even have to live on Earth no more. You can live anywhere you want in space. You can live underwater. Shit, you can probably live in a volcano. You can live on Europa. You can probably have a floating house in the clouds of Jupiter. At this point, I just can't fathom in my brain. But you know what's crazy? Let's go back to Dyson sphere. Okay. Now, this right here, guys, this is called the Big Void. I think it's another name for it. But this area is millions of light years across. So imagine being in the middle of here, right? As far as the eye can see, it'll just be dark. And these are galaxies here. These are freaking galaxies around here. And it possibly stars too. So let me break this down. Early on, scientists was trying to figure out what caused this big void right here. Is this a cold spot that's bumping against another, you know, universe of multi-universes? And I'll get to that soon. Now, if I lost y'all, it's understandable. Now, scientists were looking at the edge of this void very closely. Let me tell you why. It's the crazy part. This is the dope part for me right here. Scientists was trying to figure out if they notice any of these stars on the edge of this void going out. So if you just pick one of these stars and you just, you know, just focus on it, or just pick 5 or 6 stars and just focus on it. If any of these stars was to dim or fluctuate or straight disappear, you know what that would be, right? That would be evidence. That would be evidence of a type 2 civilization all the way on the other side of space. Now, that would be dope, but also that would be freaking terrifying. That you will have something so far away, a civilization so far away, and you can see them working. You can see them consuming, just taking up stars and stars and stars. Because if they at that level, they are consuming stars like it's nobody's problem, because they need the energy. Now, like I said, if you see, let's get right here. And as I said, the utilization of Dyson sphere is, so when you get, what's this called? Let's see. So you have a Dyson sphere. I say this will be a type 2, right? Utilizing their star, which is their sun. Okay. Now let's go to type 3. Type 3 is also terrifying. The type 3 has mastered the energy and the resources of an entire galaxy. Just like type 2 put the Dyson sphere around their local star, which is their sun. A type 3 will harness the power of billions of stars. Can you imagine the energy output of harnessing the power of billions of stars? This is type 3, people. Now, the scary thing is, if you see the title, is God from a type 5 civilization. So if you see the scale, of this is our Milky Way right here. Okay. This is our Milky Way. I mean, this is our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, right? It is 100,000 light years across. That's how long it takes. It would take the speed of light takes 100,000 years to get across. Imagine a civilization that can harness this whole galaxy. At this point, time wouldn't even matter. Okay. Checking your watch, you probably won't have a watch. Your civilization will probably be that of some kind of ants. You have one head, and everybody else is somehow connected to the head. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to reasoning and I'm thinking at this point, you are not a biological entity at that point. You're something different. Okay, so advanced technologies enabling efficient intergalactic travel and communication, construction of megastructures on a galactic scale, like Dyson spheres and other kind of shit that just harness stellar energy, just zipping it out of wormholes and shit like that. It's like a huge mind fuck of the energy and the control that these civilizations will have. And you know what's crazy? They possibly out there. Now the thing is, most people would say, why we haven't seen anything yet? Maybe these groups civilizations are at a level that they so far advance, or they move so fast that we can't even see them. And some would say, why they haven't detected us yet? Probably the same way you can't detect an ant mound that popped up in your backyard unless you go closer to see it, right? You won't be in a house and just all of a sudden you hear an ant mound forming in your backyard, or it's sending out signals of being formed as the dirt is pulled over the grass, dug out. You won't hear that unless you stumble upon it when you're walking in your yard. So imagine having a big yard. You will probably never see that ant pile unless that ant pile starts sending out signals. Now you got a problem. Or, well, the ants have a problem. So now these groups will potentially transcend past physical limitation, technology, and advancements and understanding of the universe. I mean, they would be like gods, but we're not even at the God level that I'm talking about right now. That's the scary part. We're not at, we know we're close to the God level. But the crazy thing is, a type 3, this civilization right here, could also be gods. If you harnessing that, that amount of energy, I'm guessing you pass the having baby stage. You produce on another level. And probably you can produce, biological beings like ourselves, create. So at this level 3, it's a possibility to be gods if you are an advanced civilization. Now, as far as humans getting up here, we are talking about millions of years. Think about that. We would have to survive millions of years. I think it's survive in the early stages to even get here. So exploration and utilization of resources on this scale is just crazy. It would span multiple galaxies, perhaps even just like we go to the store, or we go down, we travel, we get on an airplane and we go somewhere, right? We go to, like, I don't know, we go to France, or we go to Africa somewhere. And we in a plane and it take 14 hours or something like that. At this level, they are zipping edge to edge, edge and edge of space. They can bend time. And at this point, it's probably not even on a scale of time. So, how y'all feel about that? Then I can get to 5. Right? Now, let's talk about, if you see, I think I had the video before of how the scale of space is. It had the ladies sitting down or laying down on a rug or the grass, and it zoomed up and it just kept going. And then, it showed the planet, and then it showed, our solar system, and then it showed, our galaxy, and it zoomed back and it looked like fucking sand, and all of those pieces of sand or dust was galaxies. And then it kept zooming back. I'm like, what the? And then our whole universe was a ball. with endless, infinite universes. Now, we don't know none of this shit. None of this shit. This everything is speculation. But I like to think, I mean, my brain is always. So could there be something? All right, let's do the Grand Theft Auto effect, right? Or we can do even Grand Theft Auto or like VR. I put on, you know, glasses or controllers or whatever, right? And I come into the game. I play the game. I create. I destroy. I do what I do. Then I dip out and come back in when I want, cause chaos, and I can dip back. I can erase the whole program. I can do a whole nother, you know, start from the beginning or go back to saved. I can do anything I want. If these characters in the game was aware and they knew that, oh shit, Lenny coming, that God would have a name. Lenny would have a name. Now, if this is some kind of situation where you got to think about something, this universe that we know is 13.5 or something like that billion years old. So 13 billion, right? And some change. So just say, I don't know, 12 billion years ago, a civilization like us arose. It was multiple civilizations, but they died out, some formed, some died out. But you just had this one or two, or just a nice little group that survived. And they just figured it out. And they got to 1 million years. Because I think it's a point where you can get, like we at the point now where we can cancel ourselves out with the nuclear bombs and war and all that shit, right? I think once we get over that hump and we get to, I think, type 1, which is about 200 years from now, 100 years from now, we didn't surpass the great filter. And at that point, we can just continue to go. Just say this particular group, they got to 1 million, 2 million. They merge with their technology. That's the only way. You can't keep this little soft ass punk ass skin. You know what I'm saying? Punk skin, punk. Look at it. The light hurting my eyes. What kind of, can't do that. You have to merge. You have to take this, figure out this computer right here. Take this computer, map it, download it, somehow turn it on, and pray that when that button is turned on, that person is still aware. Sort of like the movie Transcendence. That's how you will continue on. You don't continue on you start with a soft shell body, blood and all that shit that we got. But we are contained to this planet. So to get years upon years, millions of years under our belt, thousands of years, we have to get out of this body. So this group got to 500, 1 billion. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So let's get to it. Okay. What do we have here? We have type 5 civilization. A type 5 civilization will be at a level of physics and technology to the point we can't even fathom. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try because I'm a futurist. My futurism don't go that far, but let's try. To achieve this feat of being a type 5 civilization, we are talking about millions of years. Millions, possibly even hundreds of millions of years for sustainable civilization that will have the mastery over the fabric of space-time, potentially manipulating dimensions beyond the four we are familiar with. So these beings which long shed their physical form, at this point they are energy particles. They hold no realm of anything. They can go through anything of matter. I mean, control over the structure of the universe itself, including the ability to create or destroy entire universes or multi-universes. I'm gonna go over that again. Did you hear what I just said? What I just read? I am reading God here, peoples. Not the biblical God. I am reading the master of the universe, guardian of dimensions, control over the structure of the universe itself, including the ability to create or destroy. Create is the word you underline, or destroy entire universes or multiverses. Existence on a scale beyond our comprehension, possibly transcending traditional notion of individual or physical form, just like you see right here. I mean, they probably just human form just for this picture, or just to get you an idea, but it could just be a ball of light. It could be just one particle of light. At a certain point, it can be some sort of dark energy or dark matter, something we can't see because we are ants. We are fucking gnats. We are particles of dust in the kitchen. Dust can't see shit. You think dust see you walking past? No. So the knowledge of laws of reality and potential achievement, unfiltered theories of everything, they would know everything of everything. They can probably rip space or go through space to another realm, a realm that we would never see. Manipulation of the fundamental forces of cosmic scale, possibly harnessing energies beyond those currently conceivable. So it's like shit we don't even, can't even conceive. That should give me a headache. So could God be from a type 5 civilization? Time portals, none of that shit matter. So let's go back. Wait, let me finish this. Let's see here. Let me finish this slide out. Okay, right here. This is a nice one. In and out of time zones. Creating time warps. Going back into the future. Moving time, stopping time, controlling everything. While we see things going on for billions of years, which we only hear for 100 years, each individual, what they see is probably just, I don't know, everything at once on a plane. Like, because I always thought time was the future, past, and present is all going at the same time, right? It's linear. So they would see everything at once. So this is the kind of shit you dream about, but when you wake up, you forget everything. And this is probably a place or a realm that has something to do with the ayahuasca DMT trip, where you can probably find out information, you know? Now, also, it says potential ability to seed or guide the evolution of low level civilizations or even create new forms of life or intelligence. That's God. Come on, guys. Is that God or what? Let me know. Engagement in cosmic scale endeavors such as cultivating the entire universe or the exploration of higher dimensional spaces that we don't know about. Shit, we only, on 3 dimensions now, probably 4. You add, everything up. But I don't know. If you ask me, there is a physical play for God here. Even if you don't believe in the Bible's version, his son came down and blah, 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 blah. There is a physical layer, physical lane for the existence of God. And prior to this, it was just, whatever. It doesn't matter. I really don't care. But you can take science, which a lot of people, push back against. Because if you, and if you're fighting this, and if you like, that's impossible, you got to understand something. How long this universe been around, or even, how long this earth been around. How there was probably civilizations on earth that died and, left or whatever. And, we never know. So let's get back here. So like I said, you got type 3 that harnessed the whole galaxy, and eventually harnessed the whole universe. But when you get here, because let me go back here. Okay. All right. Here is the universe. Okay. So you go here, these are universe bubbles. It's theoretical, but type 5 can move beyond bubbles, from bubbles to bubbles to bubbles, which is, it can move, in the planes of infinity. It can probably go outside of the realm of infinity. How and what does this stuff look like? Like I said, it can be just like this. Each ball represents a universe. There can be infinite universes. Now, what is the purpose of all of this? Shit, I don't know. I wish I did. I wish they had some kind of weed that you can get answers or something like that. Right? What you want to know the answers to this? What you want to know the reason for this? What you want to know the reason you go to work to pay bills and live a bullshit life of heartache and struggle, and it's shit like this out there. Mm. So, how do you feel about this? You know, um, just send me an email or any social media, or just write in the caption or wherever you listening to this from. And if you know anybody that need to listen or to see this video will be out on the Patreon. It's only $1 a month. I forgot what that's called. I got it. Support. I think it's Support Squad. Support Squad on Patreon. Go to Patreon/LR Pod Network, and you will see this video. You see all the stuff that I posted. It's pretty cool because I show pictures and videos that give insight to what I'm talking about. So the question is, this is a question: is God from a Type 5 civilization? Could God be traced back from a civilization that just made it past the line of millions of years? Neanderthals only did 300 years. No telling how many years we're going to do. But if we are able to at least get to Type 1, we have a chance. And although all of us might be gone, way gone, but some point in the future, way in the future, we will be considered God to other civilizations, because we will be at a point where we, coming from Earth to millions of years in the future, we transition to Type 5, and we are able to dabble in the realm of space where time doesn't matter, body doesn't matter, mass doesn't matter. It's just energy. And that would be dope. And deep down in my heart of souls, I would love to live forever, but I know that ain't gonna never happen. But I don't know. I'm just having fun, and I hope y'all have fun today. And just look into it. The Kardashev scale. Some of them go all the way up to 8. Imagine what they talk about when they go up to 8. This is just 5. And that broke my mind. This is just 5. So y'all have a wonderful day. And when you go outside at night, look up, because shit, God could be looking back at you, or shit could be right next to you. All right, everybody. Peace.